I wasn't that drunk last night. Classic denial gambit, trying to rewrite history like the alcohol wasn't playing 4D chess with them. Move evaluation, inaccuracy, bold claim with zero evidence, and destined to be punished. You came to my house at 2:16 a.m., jumped on my carpet, and sang A Whole New World. Black hits back with a devastating evidence reveal, dragging receipts out like court documents. This is a check. White's king is exposed, defenses crumbling. Move evaluation, brilliant move. Weaponizing details is always lethal. Maybe I was a little drunk. White retreats instantly, collapsing faster than a pawn on move 2 when the queen shows up. This is basically resignation without saying, I resign. Move evaluation, blunder, forced move. No other legal move existed. Surrender was mandatory. Black wins by embarrassment checkmate. Dude, you were so drunk last night. White opens aggressively with the drunk defense crusher, immediately threatening Jake's dignity. Move rating. Excellent move. Establishes early control of the board. No, not really. Classic denial gambit, pretending the hangover boss fight never happened. Always a risky play, especially when White has receipts. Move rating. Blunder. Easily punishable. You got into a fist fight with my bathroom mirror because it was copying you. White slams down a devastating revelation, dropping a story so insane it creates forced mate. In 3. Mirror match IRL is wild. Move rating. Brilliant move. Absolute dominance. So that's why my hands were all wrapped up. Black attempts a self-realization defense, trying to regain footing through connecting the dots. Too little, too late. Move rating. Inaccuracy. Acknowledges defeat indirectly. Yeah, I had to drive you to the emergency room. White pushes the attack even further, escalating the humiliation from funny drunk moment to actual hospital trip. This is check with moral superiority. Move rating. Excellent move. The combo continues. Oh, thanks. Black resigns with this depressed emoji face. This is the facepalm resignation variation, acknowledging total defeat. Move rating. Forced move, no escape. White wins by you fought a mirror, checkmate. Dude, I wasn't that drunk. Matt opens with the classic denial gambit, the go-to move of anyone who woke up confused, ashamed, and possibly missing a shoe. It's weak, predictable, and leaves the king completely exposed. Move rating, blunder, instantly punishable. Dude, you gave a mushroom to a midget and kept yelling, "Grow, Mario, grow." White responds with a world-ending truth nuke, dropping a fully verified side quest from Matt's drunken adventure. This move is so strong it transcends chess and becomes a war crime in the Mushroom Kingdom. White doesn't just attack, he summons Nintendo lore to deliver emotional checkmate. Move rating, brilliant move, a once-in-a-lifetime combination. White wins by you tried to power up a real human, checkmate. Matt is now banned from consuming mushrooms, both real and fictional. Dude, you were so drunk last night. White opens with the classic you were cooked gambit, instantly placing Black on the defensive. A strong opener, direct, aggressive, and impossible to ignore. Move rating, excellent move, sets the tone perfectly. What was not? Black attempts the drunk denial defense, a notoriously weak structure. Everyone knows this defense collapses faster than Jenga in an earthquake. Move rating, blunder, easily refuted. You picked up my little sister and shook her saying, "Dora, how did you get out of the TV?" White counterattacks with a devastating truth combo, unveiling a crime against Nickelodeon. This exposes Black's king and rook simultaneously. Move rating, brilliant move, a lore-based check. What's so bad about that? She's Mexican, right? Black responds with the cultural confusion counterplay, which is both risky and unwise. This creates massive weaknesses in Black's social structure. Move rating, mistake, steps deeper into the Dora lore abyss. We're Irish, White delivers the ethnicity discovery check, a move so crushing it forces immediate reflection. This is the moment Black realizes he grabbed a random child and assigned her a Nickelodeon nationality. Move rating: excellent move, precise and humiliating. But after that, you duct-taped her to our 62 flat screen and said, "That's better." White ends the game with a cinematic checkmate, recreating live-action Dora in real time. There is no escape. Game over. Move rating: checkmate in 1, the TV trap variation. White wins by "you tried to return a child to a TV show." Checkmate. Black is now banned from tequila, cable TV, and all bilingual programming indefinitely. "Dude, you were so drunk last night." White opens with the 5 exclamation attack, forcing Black into immediate confusion and panic. Strong psychological pressure from move 1. Move rating: excellent move, aggressive and effective. "Dude, I wasn't that drunk. What did I do?" Black plays the classic drunk denial defense, which has a 0% success rate historically. Asking, "What did I do?" only invites devastation. Move rating: blunder, self-pinning. You were flirting with a cop. White unveils the law enforcement gambit, a devastating mid-game fork. The ellipses add dramatic tension and psychological warfare. Move rating: brilliant move, expertly delivered. "She must have been pretty hot then." Black attempts the cop crush counterplay, assuming it was a female officer. Poor situational awareness leaves King exposed. Move rating: mistake, overconfidence leads to collapse. "No, it was a man cop, and as soon as you started feeling him, he tased you and you yelled harder." White unleashes a career-ending tactical nuke. The harder. With 8 exclamation marks is a forced checkmate pattern known as the taser submission mate. This is the kind of move that ends friendships and reputations. Move rating: brilliant move, irreversible damage. We never speak of this. Black accepts fate and plays the shame resignation, voluntarily tipping the King over. The ellipses are the funeral bells of dignity. Move rating: resignation, the only sane response. Black is now legally required to avoid cops, alcohol, and the phrase "harder" for the rest of eternity. "Hey, Dave." Jake opens with the friendly pawn push, a harmless greeting meant to develop conversation. Unfortunately, he has no idea he's walking into a tactical ambush. Move rating: book move, simple and standard. "Don't talk to me," Dave responds with the immediate hatred defense, shutting the board down before it even opens. A brutal tone-setting move that instantly puts White on the back foot. Move rating: excellent move, maximum psychological pressure. Why, what did I do? White panics and responds with the classic confused night jump. This is the rookie mistake of asking exactly the question that will ruin your day. Move rating: blunder, opened himself to attack. "Last night you were so drunk you got my iPad and put in the blender." Black reveals the blender sacrifice, a devastating attack that removes White's rook and dignity simultaneously. A fully forced combo, no counterplay exists. Move rating: brilliant move, catastrophic for White. Really? White attempts the 7 question mark defense, a desperate but ineffective tactic. Shows shock, but offers no practical counter. Move rating: inaccuracy, emotional, but powerless. "Yay, and you said you were making apple juice." Dave closes the game with the apple juice checkmate, a finishing blow so humiliating White cannot continue. This confirms the iPad smoothie was intentional in his mind, making the situation unrecoverable. Move rating: brilliant move, ends the match with comedy and cruelty. "You were so drunk last night." Jesse opens aggressively with the alcohol gambit, immediately putting White on the defensive. A strong opener that threatens White's dignity right out of the gate. Move rating: excellent move, early pressure, strong board control. "I was not." White responds with the denial defense, a classic counter that never actually works. It ignores the threat and gives Black full initiative. Move rating: blunder, refuses reality, leaving the king exposed. Dude, you stole Amy's broom and ran off with it, screaming, "To Hogwarts!" Jesse unleashes a brilliant tactical reveal, exposing White's nocturnal wizard roleplay with photographic precision, in spirit. This move captures White's queen, rook, and self-respect in one sentence. Move rating: brilliant move, impossible to defend. Your point? White attempts the nonchalant knight move, pretending the previous attack didn't just obliterate him. This is an amusing tactic, but strategically useless. Move rating: inaccuracy, style points, 0 substance. And you wonder why you're single. Jesse finishes with the checkmate in one, pinning White's ego directly to the board. The move connects past behavior with life consequences, devastating and undeniable. Move rating: brilliant move, emotionally lethal. You got so drunk last night, bro XD. Tyler opens with the classic hangover gambit, immediately placing White on the defensive while still throwing in an XD to hide the incoming devastation. Move rating: excellent move, lighthearted but threatening. No more than I usually do at those parties. White counters with the routine defense, downplaying last night's chaos with false confidence. This is the equivalent of advancing a pawn straight into an ambush. Move rating: inaccuracy, overconfident and unprepared. You tackled my mom and screamed, "Save yourselves, I'll hold the beast back." Tyler drops a brilliant move, revealing catastrophic drunken lore. This instantly forks White's dignity and reputation. No escape squares. White has effectively tackled his own king. Move rating: brilliant move, full board domination. White resigns in the most efficient way possible. A clean, minimalistic surrender speech. No excuses, no recovery, no counterplay. Move rating: forced resignation. Game over. Dude, you were so drunk last night. White opens with the drunken recall gambit, instantly applying pressure and forcing Black to question their entire existence. Move rating: book move, classic, effective, and sets the tone. Really? How drunk? Black responds with the curiosity defense, completely unaware that this is the worst possible moment to ask for specifics. He walks straight into a tactical disaster. Move rating: blunder, invites a devastating reveal. You grabbed my goldfish and said, "Nemo, your father has been looking everywhere for you." And then you chucked him out the window. White unleashes a brilliant move, a full board attack combining emotional damage, property damage, and Pixar lore. This is a triple check. On Black's morality, on Black's memory, on the goldfish's lifespan. Move rating: brilliant move, no defense possible. His father must have been happy. Black refuses to collapse under pressure. Instead of apologizing, regretting, or comprehending the horror, he counters with the delusional optimism counterpush, flipping tragedy into triumph. This is the equivalent of losing your queen and saying, "That was my plan." Move rating: excellent move, unexpected, chaotic, unhinged resilience. I wasn't that drunk. White begins with the classic denial defense, a standard opening used by all players who woke up next to regret. A timid pawn push. Move rating: book move, predictable but necessary. Dude, we found you in your car. Black calmly develops a major piece, applying gentle pressure. White's position already looks shaky. Move rating: good move, sets up a tactical reveal. That's not that bad. White attempts a minimization counter, but his king is already exposed. Hopeful, delusional, brave, but still a mistake. Move rating: inaccuracy, does nothing to stop the incoming attack. Your car was in the lake and you were screaming, "Ahoy mateys, we've reached land." Black drops the catastrophic truth, nuke. This is a forced check, attack, and humiliation combo, an absolute masterpiece. Move rating, brilliant move, wins the board, the match, and any remaining dignity White had. Kill me now. White has officially resigned. No defense, no counterplay, no dignity. Move rating, forced move. All he can do is accept the L. That's what I said last night when I realized I'm your best friend. Black closes the game with a wholesome checkmate, mixing emotional support with emotional damage. A rare kindness-insult hybrid finish. Move rating, excellent move, style points, maxed. Your party was awesome, dude. Epic. White starts the match with an enthusiastic, compliment opening, hoping to secure good vibes and maybe avoid blame. Strong socially, weak strategically. Move rating, good move, develops positivity on the board. I'm surprised you remembered it. LOL. Black plays a suspicious probe, hinting at hidden information. This is the chess equivalent of tapping the table before slamming down a queen. Move rating, excellent move, subtle pressure applied. LOL. Why you say that? White walks directly into the trap with this curiosity blunder, inviting Black to unleash the truth. He basically moved his king into an open file. Move rating, blunder, self-inflicted damage. Because you were drunk, Black reveals phase 1 of the attack. Clean, direct, setting up the knockout. Move rating, good move, foundation for a tactical combo. I was not. White attempts the denial counter gambit, a classic but usually doomed response. This move ignores reality and activates the I swear I remember everything defense. Move rating, inaccuracy, does not address Black's developing threat. Dude, you congratulated a potato for getting a part in Toy Story. Black unleashes the legendary potato reveal, a brilliant tactical strike backed by irrefutable humiliation. This is a 12-move forced checkmate compressed into one sentence. White's king is in shambles. Move rating, brilliant move, instant win, audience applauds, potato signs, autographs. Dude, you should stop drinking. Black opens with a concerned gambit, immediately placing moral pressure on White's king. Strong emotional center control. Move rating, good move, sets the tone for a serious match. Why? White responds with the classic oblivious pawn advance, pretending nothing is wrong. This move ignores all danger on the board. Move rating, inaccuracy, creates weakness. Remember last night? Black applies a memory check, forcing White into self-evaluation. It's a setup move for a devastating combination. Move rating, excellent move, pressure increases. Yeah, but I wasn't really drunk. White plays the infamous denial defense, a move proven to fail in 99.7% of games. White's king is now exposed, no escape squares. Move rating, blunder, steps directly into the trap. Dude, you almost jumped down from the 15th floor singing, I Believe I Can Fly. Absolute devastation. This is a brilliant move, the R. Kelly checkmate, delivering catastrophic embarrassment and psychological collapse. White's king is not just cornered, it's hanging off a balcony. Move rating, brilliant move, crowd goes wild. OMG. White resigns, the shortest, cleanest way to admit defeat without formally typing, I lost. Move rating, forced move, zero counterplay. Bro, you were so drunk last night. Classic opening, the drunken disclosure gambit. Black immediately places pressure on White's emotional center. Move rating, good move, sets up a strong attacking line. What did I do? White plays the panic pawn push, rushing a move without developing anything. They've already admitted guilt, even without details. Move rating, inaccuracy, weakens the king side. You walked up to a semi-truck. Black begins the transformation attack, slowly revealing White's sins. A setup move with massive tactical potential. Move rating, excellent move, tension rises. Yay? So, White responds with the fake confidence defense, pretending the board isn't collapsing. He attempts to castle emotionally, but fails. Move rating, blunder, opens himself to a finishing combo. And whispered, I know your secret, Optimus Prime. Absolute brilliant move. This is the Cybertronian checkmate, uncovering White's full delusional LARPing. Crowd cheering. Michael Bay explosions. White's king is not just trapped, it's transforming into scrap metal.